Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome to World of Warcraft Vanilla Classic and the beginning of another hardcore journey. Today we are starting things off on our level 1 mage. This is the last class that I have yet to try and get killed in hardcore here on the Bloodsail Buccaneers server. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and clicking on the video. Let's go ahead and get right into things, shall we? Alright, welcome to Classic Hardcore. Let's begin our adventure and let's do a little bit of housekeeping here. We need to make a new chat. Create new window. This is going to be our immersion mode. This is going to cut out, well, it's going to cut out a lot of the chatter in general, but more so in this mode it's going to cut out the guild chat because we will be joining one of the hardcore guilds, but don't want to get distracted by all the constant chatter on the screen, so we are only going to see certain things here in our immersion mode tab. I think that should be good. There we go. And yeah, as you can see, it's really popping here on Bloodsail Buccaneers. It's 2:20 in the afternoon on a Tuesday, and we have lots of people all over the place beginning their hardcore adventure here with us. Let's unlock this and shrink it down a little bit. There we go. Let's see if we can get an invite to the hardcore guild. See how that goes. And let's take our first quest here.
Speak, friend. For the Horde.
I didn't see hardcore in the tag. I feel like sometimes when I post for an invite to the hardcore guild, is every guild a hardcore guild? Can I get one that doesn't have a silly name?
Go with honor.
If I can't get one that actually says hardcore somewhere in the guild name, then I probably won't accept right now. Maybe I'll wait until I get out of the Valley of Trials. So for this character, we are going to be doing the Valley of Trials, and then I want to take us over to the Eastern Kingdoms. We've seen a lot of Kalimdor recently, and I think going over and questing maybe even out of Death Knell and then out of Brill would be a good change. Look at all the people, jeez. All of the trolls. Okay, we're looking for mottled boars, if we can find any alive. And if we can hit them with a ice bolt or fire bolt before anybody else tags them. It looks pretty unlikely. We're going to go in, we're going to be unconventional here. We're going to have to tag with a melee attack. I'm not ever going to tag anything on a mage unless we get the melee tag off. Like maybe here, maybe I go here. So we've got Fireball. Hurls a fiery ball that causes 14 to 22 damage and some damage over time. It also takes all of our mana immediately to do it, so. And then we have Frost Armor, increases our armor by 30 if an enemy strikes us. They may have their movement speed slowed by 30% and the time between their attacks increased by 25% for 5 seconds. So that's what we have going on. Turning on auto loot would be a good idea. There we go. Action bars, let's get a couple more going on. Names we're only going to show in combat. There we go. It's a, you know, it's a waste of mana firing off those fireballs just for someone else to go on in and intercept them. I'm going to go ahead and turn the music back up so you guys can get immersed a little bit. If you're new to the channel, thank you for being here, especially if you're still hanging around this long. I do appreciate it. And I play World of Warcraft a little bit differently than other people you might have seen on the internet. And that is mainly that I like to have a chill, relaxing time. I tend to keep the music and the ambience turned up and let them take the forefront of the experience. In the past, I've read a lot of the quests. I've read them so many times that I don't know how many I'll be reading in this playthrough. I'll probably just give a little synopsis of what it is we're doing if it's not entirely clear what we're doing or why. I don't need these yet. I'm just kind of... I've gotten into the mode now where I have tagged anything that comes up as it comes up, which is not a great habit to be in, seeing as how this is a level 3. We definitely don't want to mess with. We have some water, but we don't have a lot, so I've just been kind of sitting on my natural mana regen here, which also isn't a lot, surprisingly. Well, that was a big ol' resist we didn't need. Okay, this quest is sending us to take on 12 vile familiars. We're going to find them outside a cave to the north.
Fight well, friend.
We also should find our mage trainer. There she is.
Won't be shy.
We don't have any money
Good to
because
meet
we
ya.
have some loot we have to sell. Let's go ahead and turn this quest in first. This may give us a follow-up to talk to our class trainer.
Sug.
The glyphic tablet takes us to our quest trainer, and then Sting of the Scorpid, we need to kill 10 Scorpid workers and get their tails.
For the Horde.
Oh, we might need to kill more than that, but we need 10 of their tails. Let's come over here so we can grab the Cactus Apple quest and sell the junk in our inventory.
What are you looking for?
We will equip the boots.
Dabu!
Makraw. Strength.
Airy man. Spirits be with you, man.
And we get Arcane Intellect, which will increase our intellect by 2 for 30 minutes.
Be good.
And we are back off. We're looking for scorpions, familiars, cactus apples. We can find the apples on the cactuses, like so. That one looks like it's probably being clicked. So I'm gonna avoid that. Maybe we'll come around here. No, that doesn't look like it's active either. I expected there to be a lot of people playing because there have been, but I do feel like every time I start a new run, there are more and more people playing. I don't know if this person's actually clicking this. I think that they're just standing here. We can definitely get in here. Melee only, right. Good luck with that. It's amazing because it looks like a launch night. It looks like a launch day. More and more every time. There's just more and more people playing hardcore vanilla. There were quite a bit of people back when we first did our first shaman run. It must have been over 6 months ago now. There were a lot of people. I thought, you know, this is a lot of people for Classic Era. Now it's like, this is a lot of people for World of Warcraft. It's a lot of people. On this character, we're going to go tailoring and we're going to go leather. We're going to go skinning, sorry. Tailoring and skinning. I'm not doing enchanting to get the wands. I'm not going to rely on the wand as much on a mage as I would on either a warlock or a priest. So I'm not going to worry about it because with that, you get the 2 wands and then you have to drop enchanting. You can't really get the next set of stuff that you need without being able to trade with a blacksmith, which we can't do with the current hardcore rules. So yeah, I'm going to do tailoring and leather and skinning. Skinning because there are some tailoring patterns, especially blue items, that you have to have leather for. And also, we're going to need money, and I'm going to need stuff to sell. And selling the majority of our leather is going to be a good way to get some cash. Which one are you clicking on? Because I'm clicking on the other one. You probably tricked me and went here. Let's see. Nope. At least there seem to be enough items spawned in. Haven't really had any problems yet. Now, are we going to be able to kill the named Scorpion? Ugh, I mean, no. No, not if there's a line we won't. And that's why I'm going to do this starting area, the Valley of Trials, and then we're going to do Death Knell, where the undead start in their little starting area. We're going to do as much as we can there as well. And we're going to follow that stuff right into Brill. We'll do the Brill stuff for a while, and then we'll circle back and come over back to Duratar to do Sen'jin Village and Razor Hill. We'll be watching the levels of the quest to kind of make sure that we don't lose anything. So we do need Scorpion Tails. We need the familiars that are in the cave over here. What is... This rock formation almost looks like another cave, but it's not. So that would be weird for me to just not know about a cave in Duratar for 20 years. That was a big resist. Did not need that to happen. And yeah, we're going to be a melee mage here for a little bit. Because what I'm doing is, since there aren't a lot of enemies right around the tag, I'm kind of sitting on my regen. And the way I'm doing that is by doing a little bit of melee. And it's going to be fine. Because then by the time we're done with him, we can open up on the next guy, which won't be that one, but might be this guy up here. I think 3 fireballs, maybe 2 per guy, and then we melee. And yeah, we will get a wand, but I don't like taking on enchanting for the first 2 wands only to have to drop it and then go pick up skinning later on. We did it once. It was okay because it was on the priest, and the priest I feel like uses a wand a lot more than a mage will. Same thing on a warlock. I might be tempted to do it on a warlock too, but not on the mage. I'm gonna skip it this time. I would really rather focus on the familiars and get the scorpions when we come out this way for the lazy peons, but kind of gotta take what we can get, I guess, right now. Because if we're not willing to do that, it's gonna be kind of hard to make progress. We're definitely going to be going full frost for the slows, for the crits, for the mana efficiency. We're going to be going frost. There is level 3. might be a good time to drink a little bit of our limited water supply, 151 mana over 18 seconds. Eventually we will be able to craft our own food and water, so that's on hardcore, that's going to be huge. Even though oftentimes the water that we can make isn't quite as good as the water that we could buy, it's a big cost savings, and it's just really convenient too to be able to have it whenever you need it. Okay, speaking of needing it, we really need some of these familiars. We really have to be able to tag some of these. We got 8 out of 10 Scorpion Tails, which is pretty good. See, I mean, my problem is that I'm moving. I probably need to, like, if I'm really waiting for respawns, I need to stand still over here, but kind of goes against the nature of things. Drives me crazy to run in circles, but it often feels more natural to keep on the move than it does to stand in one spot. Well, that does it for Scorpion Tails. Now we really do need to tag some familiars here. This little area is like the kill box where they spawn in just to get annihilated. But it also seems like a very commonly camped little area. Just like a watched pot never boils, a watched mob never respawns, it seems. As soon as we turn our back and another player shows up, they'll all pop back up, though. Of course. We might have to go into the cave, because the cave just might have a higher respawn rate. The cave is going to be more dangerous, obviously. But the alternative is standing around here and not getting anything done. Yeah, like, how dangerous could we make this? Let's cram 1 million people in here, have us killing things instantly, and see what the respawn rate does. Still nothing in here, though. That's kind of crazy, actually. Typically, I play early in the morning. So, I'm often not on when, like, the majority of people are on. I don't know if this is the majority yet. But it's a lot. We had a big crit and then a resist, because that's the way life balances out. Let's get a hit on this guy. The resist are not helping our cause here. This is probably not okay. It looks like a literal war against the demon army. I mean, that's what it looks like. It looks like a war against a demon army that's spewing out of the cave. Because of all the respawns and all the bodies that are on the ground. That's awesome. Well, I mean, we can hang out for a minute. Yeah, I mean, we see him and then someone tags him. It's difficult, right? It's kind of daunting. I could see this being daunting for people to deal with. It's daunting for me to deal with, and I played the game for 20 years. It's part of it is like it's exciting, but at the same time, like you just want to tag your mobs, you know? You can't group up because of the arbitrary hardcore rules that we're using. So we can't share kills or anything like that. Yeah, see, no one wants the Fellhounds. We're all just looking for the familiars right now. And there aren't a lot of them spawning in here. And there's a ton of people farming them outside. That was not what I wanted to do at all. Not even remotely close. Nothing going on that way. We've got this lad in our way now. If we want to go back out the way we came, we have to kill him. Kind of curious to see what this guy does. He's probably going to run all the way around, right? Oh no, he's going to come right at us. That's awesome. I guess I will loot him. I doubt I'm going to be able to come back out the way I came. Actually, maybe we will. Yeah, look at that. 3 more to go. We're not doing bad, all things considered. Thought I saw one behind the hill here. I did. And one behind us. We don't want both of them. We're basically out of mana. But that's okay as long as we just have the one. I'll be able to fireball again here in a minute. Alright. Let's go get all this stuff turned in. We'll grab the Lazy Peon quest and a couple of others, and then we'll worry about trying this guy's quest in a little bit. I don't think we're going to be able to do Sarkoth. There's going to be a huge... There's either going to be a huge gaggle of people trying to tag him as soon as they can, or there's going to be a long line of orderly people that might take us 10 or 15 minutes to actually get him, depending on the respawn rate. We'll check it out when we're over there, but a lot of times recently on hardcore runs, I've been skipping the quests that have us kill named guys, because you're always waiting behind somebody who's been waiting longer than you. Even if there's not a line, you're kind of faced with the choice of, do I ninja this guy as soon as I can? Do I form a line hoping that the people that come after me respect the line that I've started? You know, there's all these choices, and the other choice is just to not do the quest. And, you know, we're going to be zone hopping, so for the most part that'll make up for any lost XP. Other than that, you know, we could do some grinding if we fall below the level curve.
Thrall Hall.
I think the time is more valuable than waiting in line
May your blades never dull.
for a single quest. That's kind of my opinion.
Loktar. Dabu.
We need to sell our stuff.
What can I help you with? May your blades never dull.
We'll visit the Mage Trainer. We should have level 4 abilities. I don't remember what we get. Maybe Frostbolts? Yeah, we get Conjure Water. And Frostbolt. Now we can start drinking a little bit more habitually.
You be careful, man.
Habitual drinking of water, by the way. Let's do this. And we'll put it here.
Mokra.
Alright, this time we're going to get a Burning Blade Medallion from a named guy. I think there's a named guy at the back of the cave. And while we're running around out here, we're going to wake up the lazy peons for the foreman.
What do you need? Go forth to victory. Something need doing? Okay.
We might have a similar problem finding sleeping peons as we do finding named guys.
Be busy. Leave me alone.
Yep, they're all up and working right now. No doubt they've all been smacked by the hammer recently. There's no debuff or any telling when they're going to lay back down. Which eventually they will do. Just a matter of when. Kind of the same thing with the Burning Blade Medallion. How do we get the item with this many people on? How do we do it? I'm not actually sure that we can. That's kind of the issue, right? Yeah, I'm not sure that we can get the item. The guy spawns in a couple of different places. I definitely don't mind a run through to check it out, but you can see how many people are in here. So this is not what I would call a line necessarily, right? Do you guys agree? Where's the line? 1, 2. There's 2 guys right here vying. 2 guys right here that are not in line. In my opinion, this line starts with this guy here and continues with me. This guy's not in line. Well, okay then. I won't talk to these people. It wasn't it wasn't like that. It is now. The masses are here. It's all fun, guys. It's all in okay fun. I'm not mad that no one's standing in line. It's actually kind of a relief to me because it just means that I don't have to stand in line. Like, I'm not gonna wait here for this guy. I guess I'm not gonna do this quest. And that's, you know, it affects some chains. I don't think it affects any critical ones this early. Like, ultimately it could. Like, way later down the line, we might have situations where we have to wait for a quest if we want to get like a dungeon quest or something like that, but I'm not gonna sweat it this early. I'm not gonna sweat it. There's lots of people on, there's lots of other quests to do, and we can't get hung up on it. For now, let's just try to get our peons. I think that's our best bet. Let's go try to get our peons, and maybe we'll fight some stuff on the way to kind of make up for some of the XP we're gonna lose. If there's any like scorpions up or anything, we could fight them. I know you want to take a nap, my man. I know you want a nap. This scorpion seems to be in the ground a little bit. Maybe he's just behind a hill. Sarkoth is going to be the same type of situation. We can obviously walk over there and check it out. That's not a problem. Am I going to get to this peon first? That's the question.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I can do that. Okay.
So I think that the named guy issue gets fixed by one of 2 things. Obviously, like, pretty soon here, Blizzard is going to have their own hardcore servers. And they're going to have to make up rules for those servers on how the servers operate. And I think the only hard and fast rule is probably going to be that there's no resurrect. I don't think that the official Blizzard hardcore servers are going to be able to enforce or have enforced all of the rules that we currently follow today on Bloodsail Buccaneers. I don't think they're going to have the no grouping. I don't think they're going to exclude the auction house. I think everybody's going to be caught in the blanket of if you make a character on this realm, you are not going to be able to res. See, now we have people standing in line. We have people standing in line, and so this could work. Let's see how fast this dude respawns. It could be quick. And then we just have a bunch of people running around fighting stuff. And those are like the wild cards. Any one of the people running around not in line could easily just, you know, come up here and... I don't know if I'll be able to get everybody, but I'll try to get some people while we... Now, that being said, I don't think I'm going to wait in this line, guys. You see how atrocious the respawn... So I was saying there's two fixes for this. Either in the online server that Blizzard does, there's grouping in the world, right? We all group up into 5-man groups, one person stands in line, we get it done really fast. The alternative is that you tell all the named guys to respawn in 30 seconds. Every single named guy respawns every 30 seconds, no matter what. And that way people can just kind of burn through it. Even if we're standing in line, even if we're randomly tagging it, have them respawn every 30 seconds. It's going to be a lot better. Where did I come down at, you ask? Behind town here. Behind town here, and yeah, we're going to be low, a little bit low on experience by having to miss a couple of quests. And I think that's okay. Like I said, I'm going to take us over to Death Knell, and we're going to do what we can do over there as kind of a way to make up for some of the stuff that we're going to miss. Because, yeah, for me, I mean, standing in the line doesn't really work. There's a couple of peons, and maybe back this way we can find. We just need one more. There he is. Now, will he be sleeping when we get to him? Is this guy going to beat us to him? Probably yes. Supposedly there are more peons somewhere back here in the hills. I also feel like less people play undead. So. Oh, of course you're awake. Both of you are awake? Come on. One of you has to want to take a nap. This guy is camping the peon. Yeah, he must have a timer. Look at this. He got them both, man. Oh yeah, I can't compete with pros like that. There's no way. Oh man. It's like so many problems could be solved, but the thing is, this was not ever intended to be a hardcore game. Yeah, I don't even know if it was intended to be a game where lots of people were permanently in the same zones as each other for very long. Obviously, like, the game starts that way, but then it's gonna stop, right? We're gonna spread out, people are gonna die. So on and so forth. The Hidden Path, that's a shaman quest area, I believe. No, this guy's waiting. It's hilarious. Like, people will literally wait. See, that's just not in me. It's so I have to be doing something at least. I have to be at least fighting stuff. It's so hard for me just to stand and do absolutely nothing in a video game.
What do you want?
I'm gonna do what they do. I'm gonna stand right on this guy. I only need one more, and I'm just gonna stand right next to him. Well, let's get this loot first. I'm sure we have that much time, right? The guy over there is asleep. Maybe we can... Nope, we can't. Here we go.
Be busy. Leave me alone. Okay.
Alright, we're done. We're done and done. Now this guy is going to have a follow-up to get his pick out of the mine. I feel like getting the pick is going to give us the same problem that getting the named guy is. There's going to be a line to loot the pick, right? Or do you think the pick respawns fast enough that we can get it? It's hard to say whether or not it's worth it.
Speak, friend. Be safe.
We'll go try it. Yeah, it might be just a big waste of time. We'll go try it. Maybe by fighting our way back there to see if we can do it, we'll hit level 5. I'd like to be level 5 before we leave here. Even though we're going to the very starting area of the undead. I would still very much like to hit level 5. We got so used to this cave being empty that I almost ran right through this guy. Could be using Frostbolt more. When we can get more range on guys, I'll be using Frostbolt, but right now I'm just looking at the damage. Now there is a certain safety in numbers, even though it makes things sort of a pain in the ass in some regards. The fact that we have so many people around us kind of decreases the chance of us just getting annihilated. Now this pick, it's over here by the waterfall, yeah. It's not in like a hard area to get. I don't know if this person is waiting for it. I kind of have to assume they are. We'll hang out here for a minute. If they move for it, oh look, it's right here. I'm gonna grab it. I'm assuming they're grabbing it because we don't have a casting animation while we're clicking it. Okay. Hey, I'm okay with that. I am completely okay with that. Yeah.
What do you need? Strength.
Yeah, there's level 5. Hey, that's all I needed. I'm getting out of here. Yeah, and we're gonna go right to the Zeppelin. It's gonna be a little bit of a run, but yeah. I think we're gonna be fine. We're gonna go right to the Zeppelin. And we're gonna get ourselves over into Lordaeron. We've seen a lot of the Barons. Granted, you know, we haven't seen Durotar in a little while because we played on a Tauren last. We didn't do Durotar at all. So we will come back here to do some questing. Definitely we're going to be zone hopping between Tirisfal Glades and Durotar. But I want to get that going by getting right into the undead starting area, eking out as much low-level experience as we can. There are lessons that I need to learn about hardcore that I have trouble remembering. And this became especially clear when I got the druid killed, which was that we were just in an area that was a higher level area. It was at level with us, right? But it was higher level than we needed to be in. We did not need to be in that area. And I had gotten so confident with the class that... And that's fine, but we did a 2-pull, which was fine. And then we backed into 2 or 3 more guys on mistake, where they had respawned behind us. And that was it for the druid. It was rip. And if we had been in an area where the guys were 4 or 5 levels under us and I had done that, we would have lived. Because our healing and our stun would have been able to keep us alive. But instead I was pushing my luck and pushing my abilities in an area that was at level with us. And I won't be doing that again. So, to not do that again, I kind of have to get to a point where I'm targeting Green Quest. And so that's kind of the plan with this character. Can we target Green Quest? Can we zone hop in such a way that a lot of what we're doing is green? Probably. I'm going to fight some of these boars. Like, whatever, they're level 7, we're level 5, but I want to do some stuff on the way here. Get some kill experience from what we missed from those couple of quests we couldn't do. And we'll just fight something every time we have the mana to do so, unless it's like way too high of a level. We'll make some more water and then we'll get going. I'm not gonna grab anything here yet really, but I will turn in the breadcrumb just to get it out of our quest log and get the little bit of XP that it gives. That would be okay.
Magraw.
We'll take the water.
May your blades never dull.
Now, I don't think we should face anything particularly dangerous. There are going to be some high-level enemies out around Orgrimmar, but they should be passive, they should be non-aggressive. The only thing we don't really want to do is, we don't want to take an off-turn anywhere in the canyon, because there are aggressive harpies out here somewhere that are quite high level. Like, we don't want to go back that way, for instance. We basically don't want to make any deviations as we do the run. Because, yeah, here we go. Level 8, so not a death sentence, but very easily could kill us. Very easily. And if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably the Zep for Undercity taken off right now. We just missed it, which is sad. It means we're going to be waiting a little while. Could be quite a wait. There's really nothing we need to do in Orgrimmar. I don't think we'd make it back to the skinning trainer in time to come back out and catch the next Zeppelin. So unfortunately, I think the only thing that we can really do is come over here and content ourselves to wait. But I think it's going to be worth it. I like the idea of jumping over to the other continent and just working on things there for a while, just for like a different visual change of pace for us. I thought about going Alliance on this playthrough, but honestly, the Horde get access to so many more dungeons at a low level that it's hard to make that choice. Hard to make that choice. I didn't realize before this is a centaur rug. How 100% gruesome is that? The answer is that it's pretty gruesome. Actually, 20 years later, I see the most terrifying thing in the game. In the form of a centaur rug with its head and skull and teeth and stuff still in it. That's definitely not okay. Yeah, here we are. We just need to wait. Pretty sure that's our ride coming in. I take it back. That was the Gromgol Zap. Oh man, well, we got close. We got close. Alright, new and distant shores await our troll here, leaving home so soon after our first trials. And now kind of entering a land of darkness. It's an interesting setup. I also kind of like the idea of like the fact that night elves kind of evolved from trolls. They too close to the Well of Eternity. They stopped using arcane magic, but you know, the trolls still do. I find that pretty interesting. I don't think I've ever played a Troll Mage before. Why body type B instead of A? In this case, it's because I wanted to play a troll, but I don't like the hunched backs of the male trolls. If I can get a straight back option, I might have went with that. Probably tempting fate. We both back down at the same time. Yeah, probably tempting fate a little bit too much. We're just gonna wait till the tower. Yeah, I don't feel any need to try to jump for that hill. There's a hill down there you can land on and not die. Oh, buddy. Okay, he's fine. He's fine. That's up. Zero interest in going up. I think this would probably be okay. Okay, so we have to head this way. And we don't want to do that by just running across country though. There is going to be a safe-ish road that we can take that's going to lead out of Brill and to the west. And we want to do that. Yeah, we want to follow the signs for Death Knell. I used to call it Death Kennel. I would pronounce the K and the N-E-L as Kennel. I don't know why, but in my head for years that's how I pronounced it. I never pronounced it that way out loud. I had realized my mistake by that time when I went to read it. I don't know what kind of word Death Knell is. Maybe that has a definition that I'm not aware of. A tolling of a bell to mark someone's death. A death knell. Used to refer to the imminent destruction or failure of something. The chaos may sound the death knell for the peace planned. Okay, that was the sentence that dictionary.com provided. So yeah, that's death knell. The tolling of a bell to mark someone's death. Referring to the imminent destruction or failure of something. So it is a word. It does have a meaning. It only took me 20 years to try to find out what it was. There is a tailoring trainer here, which is interesting. We can go ahead and pop in here and maybe grab tailoring. We don't need anything to get it started besides cloth, and we'll be getting that from humanoids soon enough. This is actually a good area for cloth because we're going to be fighting a lot of undead humanoids that are going to drop linen.
And you,
So for tailoring, for a tailoring character, probably a good area to start off in. There we
farewell.
go. We fit in here too. I like the look of the female troll here in Tearsfall Glades. Definitely never brought a troll over here before. I never used to do a lot of really low level zone hopping. Usually I would wait on my zone hopping until like the Silver Pine time. But again, after some of the experiences we had on the Druid and thinking how well that character did and maybe how well they would have continued to do with a few more levels on the content, I feel like zone hopping early is probably one of the best ways we can try to help ourselves later on. It just requires a little bit of patience to travel, obviously. And when you're doing a hardcore run, it turns out that patience is your best weapon. It's your best weapon. It's so hard to train yourself, like what scenarios are dangerous and which ones are okay. But I think it starts with enemy level. Basically, if you want to try to guarantee that you don't get killed, I mean, never fight something that's not green if you can avoid it. That's kind of I don't know if it's possible to stick to that as a rule. It probably isn't possible to just stick to it universally. But I feel like the more we try to just go up against green enemies, the longer we're going to live. And I want to live. I know it seems like I like getting every single character killed in the 20s. But I actually want to live. God, I'd love to do a Shadowfang Keep run. I'd love to get into some Scarlet Monastery. I want to get into more parts of the game on hardcore. It's really addictive too. Once you play vanilla era hardcore, if you're someone that likes it, it's really addictive. You want to succeed at it. Even when you don't succeed at it, you feel like you're learning a lot. It's quite an experience, and I feel like a lot of people are finding this out as well. The one thing I think could make official hardcore World of Warcraft even better is the inclusion of some kind of run-to-run meta progression. Roguelike games are all the rage right now. Everybody loves a good roguelike. There's tons of different formats of them, but the concept of meta progression from run to run is what draws people in. The idea that yes, a run is going to fail, but we're giving you some resources now to allocate towards your next run to make it more fun, to make it a bit easier. And meta progression in WoW can come in many things. It could be something simple as every 10 levels you get a bank slot that you can leave an item for your next character. Similar to, say, if you played Outward, there were legacy chests that you could put items in, and then the next character you rolled up, you could go find that chest in the world, you could grab it, and you can get the item inside of it no matter what it was. Other things you could do, you could say every 10 levels you get a couple of talent points for your next character in the bank so that you get those talent points, and all of a sudden you have 2 extra talent points that you wouldn't have on your next run.
What is it?
All kinds of ideas. Let's see, we need Scavenger Paws, Dustbat Wings,
I am forsaken.
Mindless Ones slain. They're crawling all over the place here. And maybe we need to vendor. I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, we could stand to vendor. We had quite a bit of stuff that we absolutely didn't need.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Let's get into things here. We ran all this way. We might as well fight some stuff. It's kind of... This episode will probably be a little bit longer than normal. I usually aim for 40 minutes to an hour. That's usually where we'll fall. That sound you might have just heard in my background was actually my puppy meowing from behind me. Every time he yawns, he has a meow noise that he lets loose, and he yawns a lot, especially he just woke up from a nap. He was sleeping in his little bed behind me here in my office. And that was his sound to let me know he is now awake. Luckily my office door is open. Yeah, he's out of here. And as you guys can see, there are definitely not as many people leveling up here in the undead area as there are over in the orc and troll area. Which is good for us. Definitely. I feel like we also draw a lot of attention being a troll in this area. Alright guys, let's turn this one in, and I'm actually going to take a break here for today. This will give us a good stepping stone to really get going in Tearsfall Glades next time. And I think it's going to be good. I'm happy to be here. Thank you guys so much for showing up today. Really appreciate you being here with me, especially if you made it to this point. You are a legend,
Better be good.
and I really appreciate your support. If you are digging the mage, firstly, let me know what you think. Secondly, leaving a like on the video and considering subscribing to the channel would help me out immensely, and I really appreciate those that do.
Victory.
And until next time, guys, take care of yourselves out there in the real world, and take care of each other. And we'll see you back here again very soon. Bye for now.